What I like most about being a police officer is the diversity of the work and the people that we work with. It is true, you really never know day to day what you are going to be dealing with. When people really need us most, and the stuff that we are privy to, that we're exposed to, that we have to try and fix, that we try and help with in people's worst moments, it is a real privilege. I'd always been interested in police work. Since being a child, I was obsessed with The Bill, the TV show, and it might seem a bit corny, but I was really interested in police work so far as it was portrayed on screen. I was at university studying German and linguistics, but the way that academia challenges you to think critically, to be able to analyse, process information, deduce things, those are skills that investigators rely on, and they're transferable. So whilst you might think they're sort of polarised things, a language and investigating, we're working with people at the end of the day, and language is critical to that. So my current pathway in terms of my career, it's been very much, and still is, an organic process. So working on the National Stalking portfolio back in 2007, I met Trisha Bernal and Carol Faruqi, whose daughters had both been killed by their stalkers, and that really touched me, I suppose. Yeah, we became friends and set up our charity. And that's, of course, when that promise is sort of made to them, to do whatever I could to make things better and stop, if we can, this happening to anybody else. In my current role in the Integrated Anti-Stalking Unit, I have no doubt that this would not exist had I not have been involved in the initial investigation towards a catastrophic murder that took place a few years ago. There were children involved. A woman was murdered by her ex-partner, and that was probably the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. So yeah, that was really the catalyst for the Anti-Stalking Unit coming about. I could not give you a set list of routine tasks and duties for my day, because they are so different. We train thousands of people, professionals, police officers, third sector. It might be there is a live active investigation that an officer needs some immediate guidance. It might be an application needs to be made for a stalking protection order. There might be a suspect in custody, they need an interview plan, I might need to interview somebody. It is so diverse, not least our own caseload within the Anti-Stalking Unit. There are risk profiles and reports to write, liaison with other agencies, probation, health. I've had a lot of highlights in my career. Recently, I've been all over the world. I've been to Australia to speak at their inaugural Pan-Australasian Police Domestic Violence Forum. I've been to Greece, at the British Embassy there, to present to people, to share our knowledge. More recently, in terms of my own development, I've embarked on some postgraduate research, which is partly funded through the organisation, and it allows me to focus on a particular area of research. It's a really good investment, I think, from the police service in recognising and in some ways rewarding, the work that officers are doing. When you take on a case and see it from start to finish, it is hugely rewarding. It is impartial. You follow all lines of inquiry, whether they point towards or away from a suspect. Having that critical thinking, that open mind, that investigative mindset, it is very stimulating. The courses, the information that you're given, the investment that is made in you as an investigator is phenomenal. You learn so much about policing, about legislation, procedure. I find all of that stuff interesting. So in terms of the promise that I made to Trisha, Carol, obviously it still stands, that promise, because we are nowhere near done. But there is progress, and it is clear this isn't something that's going to be fixed quickly. We are trying to undo a problem that's generations in the making. We can't be expected to fix it overnight. We're dealing with people, police officers, probation officers, courts, we're just people. And people don't change quickly. It's a difficult thing to measure. You know, have we saved people? I would put money on it that people's lives have been saved. But again, how do you quantify that? Any sort of preventative work. There is no greater satisfaction than knowing that somebody's safe and feels safe. That is the real sort of, that's why we do this. That's why I do this anyway.